Many of you know me. I'm Dennis Hernandez from COBAIT, Managing Director. I talk very fast and I talk very to the point, but I'm also an evangelist. So I'm hoping you'll get my points in the messaging that we're trying to do today. So first off, I want to welcome you. Thank you so much for coming here. This is a very important meeting for the COBAIT and TRIULTA. This is our inaugural Future of Business Innovation meeting. And we're going to introduce you to where COBAIT came from and what we invented and what we created in BizTRAQ and what our vision is moving forward. So I hope that you'll be able to grasp from that, because this is the first meeting that we hope to have with additional meetings. I'll explain a little agenda to you going forward, but the first meeting is going to be about lighting a fire, being a little catalyst for where we want to be and what we want to do and what we've accomplished. Point it here. I'm going to start off a little welcoming, hopefully. I'm going to pass it on to Shah Hussain, our founder for COBAIT, and he's going to talk a little bit and introduce himself from COBAIT IT Services. We wouldn't be here without Shah. And then we're going to pass it on to Rafi Kazi, the president of COBAIT, and talk a little bit about this innovation, this BizTRAQ solution that we're providing in TRIULTA, the software company we've created out of that world. Then we're going to have a talk with our case study with Major Rizvi. Major is one of our greatest clients, our greatest first resale partner, and he's going to talk about BizTRAQ and that's fueled their company and how he's taken it to the next level using BizTRAQ in the real world. So I hope you benefit from that. And then I'll circle back around with you a little bit to tell you how we close and how we take it to the next steps. Does that make a pretty good informed meeting? We're going to try to keep your time limited, and 'cause I know your time is busy, and we, again, very much appreciate you being here. So, let us begin. At COBAIT, our mission has always been to enable businesses to succeed by leveraging the power of technology. For over 2 decades, we've tried to bring IT innovation to a lot of our customers. We've tried to provide them support and compliance and usability to keep their infrastructure running from an IT perspective. That promise has helped us to evolve over time. Over the last 2 years, we've had countless organizations, that's 20 years, excuse me, for 25 years of building our infrastructure and building what we know. We've built on a lot of growth and success of those customers by understanding their requirements from an IT infrastructure perspective. From healthcare, they got to be running up 24/7. Fuel orders, they got to be efficient. They got to be real time. For a lot of, almost every one of our customers, they have to have communications in a secure manner from external to internal. And then beyond that, they have to have cybersecurity, correct? Every one piece of their data has to be secure. And that's what we specialize with IT, with our IT COBAIT and our services. This started back in 2000 with Shah Hussein as one person. Now we're across continents and we're moving forward. Over that 20 years, you can see we maintain our business with growth and gaining new customers. And we survived a downturn like many of you, and then we went from that downturn right into COVID. So we struggled to that point to finally figure out our footing. But during that time, we had an epiphany. We decided, what do our customers really need? What are they looking for? What in this business environment do we need to teach them? We need to help them with. And that's the epiphany we came up with BizTRAQ. So from our evolution from a 24/7 IT shop to keeping them up and running, how do we give them a software that allows them to run in that 24/7 marketplace and be efficient, be secure, and also communicate with external and internal customers? So what we've done is specialize out of the box. We'll talk about some use cases and we'll talk about a lot of customers that we have around the small and mid-tier markets. What do they need? What do they need on the short term? What problems are we solving? What data do they need? And then as time went on, as we went through this evolution of a few customers, we realized we had another epiphany. We had to take this to the next level. We had to start solving more complex equations. We had to start solving more complex decisions. And that's why we started to touch base with AI. So today, we're going to be able to show you not only our current system with a great case study from MCC of what we're doing today, but hopefully a glimpse of the future. With AI, allow you to quickly and intuitively, I hope, be able to bring that data to you at the forefront. Shah, the founder of COBAIT in 2000, he just wants to welcome you, please. And without him, this little genesis wouldn't be here coming to you in front of you. I wouldn't have the opportunity to speak. So I appreciate your time.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you coming over, taking time off from your busy schedule. I won't say a lot. It's been a while since we started in 2000 with working with small, mid-sized businesses, and as we worked along, we evolved with the customers. As the customers need to evolve, we evolved with them. And having said that, I'm going to turn it over to Rafi Kazi. I don't think I need to give any introduction. Everybody knows Kazi.
Well, thank you all for coming. Appreciate it. Those of you who know me, I'm still Rafi Kazi. And yes, this is my hair. I did not go to Turkey to get it done, so I just want to clarify that. A lot of questions came about. As Dennis talked about where we were and where we are today, it's from 2000 when Shah started the company. I joined COBAIT in 2010, and it's been a huge evolution for not only for us as a company but also for our solutions. We started developing software in I think 2014, and we formed this company called TRIULTA, which was again spun off as a separate company. And some of you who are here actually know and have been part of us for a long time. So I want to talk about BizTRAQ, which is again something that we came up with. We decided what we want to do as a solution for our existing customers, which really turned out to be something tremendous. One of the things that we realized was, if you look at where we are today in 2025 versus where we were maybe 10, 15 years ago, businesses have evolved. The requirements have evolved. Everything has changed over the last 10 to 15 years. What was good in 2010 2010, 2015, it's now completely transformed. These days, this day, you're not looking at the TikToks and YouTube Shorts, which are very just within 3 seconds you want to go to the next one. It is about transformation. Is it about agility? How quickly can you adapt to the new business changes and the environment? COVID really told us exactly what we had to do. In those COVID years, every business had to transform. They had to quickly change and be agile, be nimble to really meet the demands of what they were at that time. So one of the things that we've really encountered is the agility and how agile your systems solutions can be. So you can deliver and you can gain knowledge and bring the data out. Putting data in any system is easy. Really, how quickly can you get the information out so you can make informed business decisions is the most important thing. So today's business demands, what we realized, these are 5 major business demands that we see with all our customers. Instant gratification, that are we able to get instantly the information? Are we able to use the system? I don't want to wait for 5 weeks to get training. We want to be able to hit the ground running and use the system. Flexibility, am I able to quickly make changes to the demands, change of business processes? Future-proofing, if I buy something today, will I have to buy something in the next 5 years, or would I have to invest again in something which is different 5 years? Cost efficiency is another one, where are you able to implement the system on time, is cost effective, and not really spend 6 months, 1 year, 2 years implementing solutions. And then the last but not least is usability, how easy it is to use the solution and system. That's one of the key things that I think we have in this day and age, where everyone's looking at apps, where you can easily go and install an app for $2.99, $3.99, and you're able to now use the app right away. You don't need much training. That's where we need to be, and that's what the business demands these days. So that's why we came up with BizTRAQ. Our whole goal was to come up with a solution that can be agile, that can change and provide you solution and provide you with a process that you can change within the system without expensive implementations, without expensive consulting, without expensive costly licenses. And that's what we did. We developed a solution, and we're very proud of the solution that we were able to achieve most of that within BizTRAQ. With our BizTRAQ, we're going to show you some of the things that we've done with the AI and really show you what I just talked about, how easy it is and what we're doing to develop this AI solution. We don't want to be like Elon Musk thing.
This is experimental, so we're not running this on a production server, so the response is not what you might hope for, but you notice there is a response. We're told what the document name is, where this was found, and the pertinent information off of that document. This is just a PDF of a invoice that we sent to Northwest. Had to do with purchase of secure lot licenses as it appears. And that was very easy to get. All right, what's the next question?
What was the total amount of the invoice?
Now also notice what we're able to do here is, I didn't realize this at first, and then when he started feeding me questions, I realized that I've asked a question, it's isolated a document. It's smart enough to know as I continue to ask questions that I'm referring to that document. I'm not going to tell it, go back and look at that document again. I'm just going to keep going. And it was what? So we have a set of tables. You saw them. He showed them briefly. We have a set of tables, one of which has opportunities in it in different stages of progress. And now what we're doing is we're asking the AI, look at our database and come back and tell me how many of the opportunities are in the proposal stage. Now obviously, you're smart enough, you could write a query that does this yourself, but you don't want to have to talk SQL. You'd rather speak like this, and this went and found that out, and here are the 2 opportunities.
So I think the idea that we want to show you is that you have data in our system, whether it's database, whether it's documents, the system is able to go and answer all the questions that you need without now going in, running reports or writing reports. And the idea is that you should be driving in your car and you have a next meeting and you can ask BizTRAQ AI, I have this meeting, tell me about this contract that I'm about to sign with this customer. That's the power that we are actually bringing with this system.
Just a little background about me, Major Rizvi. I've been in healthcare, I would say probably roughly a little over 8 years. Before healthcare, I was 17 years in commercial middle market banking. So I kind of retired out of that 17 years ago, and then I've been in healthcare ever since. We created Medical Care Center. I'm the CEO and president. We created this probably, I would say, over 6 years ago. And the idea behind this was, because we keep our focus mainly, it's a healthcare organization. So what we try to do is, there are two different divisions that we have within the company. One of the ones that we have is what we own practices and we manage them ourselves. And then on the other end, we provide MSO services, which is management service organizations, to multiple providers, ERs, imaging facility, physical therapy, hospitals, whatever you can think of, from a compliance perspective to day-to-day management and all of that services. So as you can see, since we have our hands in multiple different pots, we needed a system back then that could put everything together for us. In my past life in banking, I did use Salesforce religiously for 17 years, as you know, of banking. I had a team of roughly around 400 people working for me. My last job was with Frost Bank as the executive VP. We were dealing with companies from 100 million in revenue up to close to 800 million. A couple of my top clients on healthcare side was Kelsey-Seybold, HCA Southern Division that we were dealing with. Salesforce was a big piece in managing those clients and managing the team at the bank I had, because of course everybody was not in Houston, it was the entire Southern Coast. So dealing with those folks was something that we needed the report, efficiency, so on from there. So with that experience, when I came in the healthcare system, within the first 6 to 8 months, I realized the system itself for healthcare, unfortunately, is broken. Again, broken from a perspective where the right hand doesn't really talk to the left hand. I know a lot of you guys are from different industries, so I'm going to give as easy analogies as I can so it kind of gives you an idea. So think about it, if there's a Dr. Smith and a Dr. James, they're using two different EMR systems. EMR stands for electronic medical record systems. The systems itself don't talk to each other, right? But guess what? They exchange the same patients. So if one is a primary care and the other one's a cardiologist, they're moving that patient from a primary care over to a cardiologist, right? But guess what? The systems don't talk. Even the teams within the two offices don't talk. The only way and the only mode of communication that they still follow, you will be surprised, is fax machine. Seriously, they still follow the fax machine because they believe that is the only way, right? We get millions of fax in a month, in a year. Half of those referrals, the national average that says on those patient workflow between these providers, 42% is the drop ratio. That's where we're going deeper in a hole as a Medicare for the country because these patients are not getting the services they should. Why can't we take this to another level internally within a company? We were using probably 3 different software systems, right? With different memberships with everybody, right? For contract signing, for HR, for IT, for inventory control, for purchase order system. So what we did was we put all of that together. So what that means is that now every employee that is hired within our company, right, once they go to the HR system, they go ahead and use BizTRAQ to do all their applications. They upload all their documentation and everything is saved in BizTRAQ to that point, right? That only doesn't go for the employees, that also goes for the providers. So there are multiple providers that work for us full-time. So as a provider, yes, being an employee, filling out paperwork is great, but where BizTRAQ kicks in and helps us is these providers need malpractice insurances, and that malpractice needs to be renewed on an annual basis. They have physician contracts with healthcare insurance companies. Those contracts need to be renewed every 2 years. Who's supposed to follow it? Are you gonna put it in Outlook? Is that what you're gonna do? No. That's what BizTRAQ does. When you're starting a documentation, it asks you for an expiration date. So our team puts those dates in. So then the HR team or whoever the management team is, they go in and they work those documentation out that hey, it's time for renewal so nobody drops the ball. So that's another thing that really helped us from an HR perspective. All documentation for everybody is stored in case needed. From a DocuSign perspective, all our contracts are signed through BizTRAQ, that solution. I would say a good person to run those analogies, comparison between Salesforce and BizTRAQ, because I used Salesforce 17 years. So I knew it in and out, everything on Salesforce. Biggest problem is if I needed to implement a new sort of module in Salesforce, which I know if I can do it if I have the permission, I have to submit a ticket. It would take me at least 15 to 30 days for that to get it done. I'm gonna end with the AI. I think that is one of the biggest thing that me and Rafi and Dennis been talking about it, and we're like, hey, if that can come, that would be a game changer. Because from a provider's I wish I could bring a provider with me and he can talk to you about the way we have made his or her life easy. They could be in a different country sitting on a beach and enjoying a margarita, and they can go on the app for BizTRAQ and they can see what their clinic is doing, what the performance is. They can see that if we send 10 referrals to a cardiologist or a GI doctor and what that doctor has done, which they were not in the past. Because remember, they're dealing with fax machines. Everything goes fax, comes back fax. And if you're sitting on a beach, you don't have access to fax machines, right? This is what the system does. So thank you, Rafi. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
I really appreciate, again, you being here. We have goodie bags for everybody. Please pick a size of your shirt. That's just a little compliment from us. We really appreciate you being here, taking your time. I know everybody is very, very busy in doing that. And we're also going to be issuing out a video, of course, editing it a little bit for everybody to have this as a follow-up from this meeting, and also a survey to get your feedback from this meeting. This is our inaugural event. We're going to be pushing very hard upcoming as how are we going to take our system to market. So again, from all of us, from COBAIT and TRIULTA, I want to thank you so much for attending. I hope you got as much out of this as I did, and having you be here is as much appreciated you being here. So thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Doug Ashmore from Ellery Consulting. As a partner there, we're very much involved with the digital transformation of our customers and potential clients. Having known Dennis and Rafi for a number of years, I was intrigued to come and listen to the advancements that they've made to their product and their business, and wanted to say that the presentation and business model is fantastic. Look forward to diving in deeper to finding out how we can serve our customers potentially by using COBAIT and BizTRAQ. And the information provided today was truly remarkable, and we look forward to taking the next step with them.
This was a tremendous meeting, first lunch meeting. We had a lot of business owners, CEOs, and executives attending the meeting. I think most of them were pretty much wowed by what we have and looking towards the future. So I think it's beneficial for our existing and potential new and future clients.
You know, after spending 30 years at PricewaterhouseCoopers and IBM, it is very evident that technology doesn't support business. Technology is the business. It is the new paradigm. And I think at today's luncheon, COBAIT did a phenomenal job in not just presenting to the business and leaders and technology visionaries in Houston, Texas, that making a case that whether it's healthcare, whether it's oil and gas, whether it's real estate, there is a tremendous opportunity when you put technology to real use. And so I want to say thank you to the leaders of COBAIT.
Super excited to attend today. Great to learn about what BizTRAQ is trying to do to help small, medium enterprise become much more efficient internally through digital process management and optimization. It's great to understand what's happening in the medical world, especially because of the HIPAA constraints. I look forward to learning more about BizTRAQ, and I might even consider looking at them for my own business and the companies I work with.
I wanted to wish COBAIT and the BizTRAQ team good luck for the future. I've worked with this team on and off for years, over 25 years. I've known this team, so best of luck to them. And
what a fantastic event we had today. We talk about the launch of COBAIT, BizTRAQ, TRIULTA, the product, and specifically the new demos related to AI that we saw. What a fabulous event this was. We got to meet a lot of industry players, key players, and this event was a really good, successful event. I wish all the best to the COBAIT TRIULTA team.
Just want to say thanks to COBAIT and the team. It's pretty exciting what they've got going on with their AI integration. I think there's a lot of opportunity for a lot of companies to really, optimize their businesses and move forward and stay current on technology without a lot of effort on their part. So I think it's pretty exciting.
TRIULTA or BizTRAQ is a really good solution for businesses. Our business is fuel and convenience stores and fast food, where actually we believe that it has really helped us automize and has brought efficiency in our business.
So I'm hopeful that we'll be partners in this journey and I can help him, and I've been consulting on this launch. So I think this is a great launch for TRIULTA and the BizTRAQ product.